Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Today we are here with week number 33 of the hashtag 52 projects. Basically 52 hashtag 52 projects are just simple projects I found on YouTube, Instagram, Google. I make them up, what have you, that I find interesting and I feel are great craft fair items and also simple projects that you can complete in less than 30 minutes. And it also brings back your crafty mojo. So all that in one little project. Anyway, this week is week number 33 and it is brought to us by one of my favorites who is Poodle's Papercraft. That's Sam Donaldson. So you guys see a lot from her because I love boxes and she is the box queen. So I do a lot of her boxes, lots and lots. So this week is the Perfectly Plaid Boy Box tutorial. Obviously I made mine in a girl theme. It is just the most cutest lidded box. The box ends up being 6x6 with a 2-inch height. So it is a good size box. So yeah, it's very easy to make, very simple. All you need is one piece of cardstock for the base, which I did this like blue-green color, 8x8. You're going to score it at 2 inches on all 4 sides. And for the lid, you need a piece of paper that is 6x6. And you need to score it at slightly less than 1 inch on all 4 sides. It'll make more sense in just a second, okay? So let's go ahead and get out our scoreboard. We're going to do our base piece first. So your 8x8 piece of cardstock, scored at 2 inches. I'm going to go kind of fast because Hurricane Isaias is still, leaving behind storms and whatnot, and it is thundering something horrible. So there we go. Okay, 2 inches, rotate, 2 inches, rotate, 2 inches, rotate, 2 inches. Simples. We're done with that piece. Put it off to the side. Your lid. Okay, this is what I mean by a little less than 1 inch. What you're going to do is pull your paper to the right just slightly. For those of you who have the Martha Stewart board, pull it to the triangle line. Okay? In between the 0 and the 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so like a 1/16 of an inch. If you don't have the Martha Stewart board, what I want you to do is take your piece of paper that you cut off your 8x8, use that as your shim, put that up against your scoreboard like so, and then put your paper there, and that will give you the same exact measurement. And you see it's easy. I'll just do it with a shim. So you're going to do it at 1 inch. That way it makes the box lid, snug. So it's not all willy-nilly, like I can shake it and see how the lid just doesn't come off as easily. If you do it at exactly 1 inch because you didn't want to wait, it'll still work. It's won't be as tight, which is fine. So just go ahead and rotate 1 inch. Rotate, put your shim back in there if it falls out. And 1 inch. And then 1 inch. I did one side without it, so those of you who have the Martha Stewart board, you can see. I don't know if any other board has that, but mine does. I know the mini scoreboard brand, it has the 16 inches on it, and so if you have the mini, you can use the mini, but just make sure you pull it out just a tad bit, and you'll be fine. Okay, now this is with her the tabs where they're rotating. So I really like this method because it cuts down the bulk. What I mean by that is if you see inside, you have a tab there, a tab there, a tab there, and a tab there. So you don't have 2 tabs on one side and then it's all weird and bulky. So I will show you that in just 1 second. So let's go ahead and varnish our box. I folded mine backwards, that's okay. I got an Ott light and it is absolutely amazing. It is dark in here because it's nighttime, but it looks nice and bright and it's even light everywhere. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna take our scissors and holding it like this on this bottom right hand square, what we're gonna do is cut to the left of the score line and you're gonna miter it, which means take a chunk out. So just kind of angle a chunk like that, yeah? And then just kind of take that chunk out the other side, okay? So hold that piece in your right hand and turn it up. So now it's in the upper right hand corner, okay? So now again, on your bottom right to the left of your score line, miter and miter, okay? Hold that piece, turn it up so it's at the top right, and repeat. That's just how I remember it, you know. Especially if you're doing a million of these for craft fairs or coworkers or whatnot, it's easier just to remember, take the bottom right, move it to the top right, and then you'll have your perfect non-bulky box. Okay, and just chop off that side. Okay, and there you have it. So now you could use tape or wet glue. I'm going to use wet glue just to show you that it's easy. It's still easy to use wet glue doing this method. I know a lot of people don't like this method because it's kind of hard to get the last flap in there, but I don't mind. If I'm doing a whole bunch of them, like 10 or more, I'm going to use tape because, you know, you could tape all of them at one session. You don't have to wait for it to dry and whatnot. All right, so you're just going to go ahead and just follow the box around. So, this is where people say it gets kind of hard. So what I like to do at the last two, I go ahead and pop that one down because it has to go in like that, you see? So it's a little hard, but I mean, it's not too hard. I mean, you'll be fine. But I just like to go ahead and put the glue on now. And then that just makes life a whole lot easier. If you don't put the glue on now, it's fine. It doesn't matter. You just got to tuck it in. There's that and that side. There we go. And just make sure you varnish all of your tabs down, especially if you're using wet glue. This part is very, very important to make sure none of them come up on the sides. So it's been so humid here that anything I've making with score tape, it's been popping out. So, okay, there is the bottom. Now let's take our top. We're going to go ahead and varnish the top the same way. This paper is a Doodlebug paper. I don't know which paper collection it is. Okay, so same thing. Bottom right, cut to the left of the score line, and take a chunk out. Okay. That one I went a little too far, but that's okay. Make that bottom right, the top right. Okay. And then to the left of the score line, take a chunk out and rotate. Left of the score line, take a chunk out, chunk it, and rotate. Bottom right to the left of the score line, chunk it, chunk it. That's it. We're good to go. Doesn't matter which corner you start on to close the box, but just put your glue on, tab it, and put your glue on. the good part about this is that you don't have to worry about directions because it's square. So if you're using directional paper, you're going to be good because, like I said, it's a square. And so I'll show you on this one by not putting the glue first. This is just what people were saying. It's a little cumbersome because you only have a little bit of room to work with. But if you're using like art glitter glue or berry art glue, the tip will get in there. So see, it's not a big deal. Okay. And outside of adding an embellishment, you are done. So go ahead and put your lid on your box like so. That's it. And then you can embellish it however you want. What do I have on my desk? Here, I got a flower. Excuse my arm. You know, you can put your embellishment on there. You can put your word sentiment. Obviously this doesn't match, but you know, super cute. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.